Welcome back to another episode of Keys and Slabs. I'm Yolanda, this is Jason.
And here we go. Today's a very special episode. This is our 4th overall episode. We are still learning. Bear with us. If you have ideas to make this better, let us know. Subscribe, like, comment. Please do all those things. We want a few people to see this at least. Today is really exciting because not only are we going to go through stuff that we got this week through our comic shops and eBay, but we have a very special unboxing of a Silver Age key Grail that I have been wanting to get for a really long time. We've been sitting on this for a couple of days now, which is so hard to do because I literally haven't opened it. This isn't like a fake unboxing. This is like a real unboxing. So let's get to it. Yolanda's going to start. Let's go.
All right, so this week when we stopped by our LCS, I picked up a Batman and Catwoman issue. And this is actually the variant cover. Really cool cover. Excited to read it. Another one that I picked up was issue number 2 of Haha. Now this one, there is some speculation that it's going to be picked up, possibly by Netflix. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. Another group is the Picture of Everything Else issue 2 and the variant cover. Very, very cool.
I love that comic. I started reading it. Very excited. Haven't read the second one yet, but looking forward to it. Actually, before I do mine, has everyone seen WandaVision yet? Holy...
So
anyway,
good.
So good.
So good. Should have picked up a certain comic book.
Yeah, we won't say which ones in case you haven't seen it yet, but you can watch all the other shows for the spoilers. Maybe we'll talk about that show someday. Okay, this is what I got at local comic shops. I shared this one last week, but I got 3 more of these. I'm super big on this. This is the first cover appearance of Red X on the 2nd printing of Teen Titans #1. So this is one of those nifty ones where the 2nd printing came out before the 2nd issue came out. So I've gobbled up probably 6 or 7 of these. We'll see what the market thinks in a while, but I also love the color, and purple is one of our favorite colors. Mm-hmm. Next, I got Shadow Doctor. I haven't read this one yet, but I'm really interested in reading this. Know it's based on a true story. Really excited to see this one come out. So got a couple of copies of this to plan on reading as well. And also, I had not seen this anywhere except at our local shop. A variant cover, which is pretty darn cool in and of itself. Normally, I wouldn't spend time talking about reprints, but I'm going to spend some time talking about a reprint. We got the Black Knight reprint. This is pretty exciting. We have Avengers 47 and 48, yes, both in our catalog somewhere in pretty nice condition. Maybe one's getting graded.
Yeah,
one's getting graded.
We have an 8.5 of 47.
Yeah. But anyway, Black Knight reprint. And it's not one of the True Believers or anything like that. It's just on the rack reprint. So, got that.
This one's really cool.
So, Hollow Heart. I have not read this yet. And frankly, when I first heard about the story, I wasn't exactly like, ooh, that's the story for me. But this variant cover is too cool. It's an homage to the ROM #1. Mm-hmm. So we picked this up. Nice. Got it at cover price. Last one I'll talk about is X-Men Legends 1. So this is super cool. You've probably watched 58 other videos saying how great it is and how 90s it feels and how 90s it looks.
It does.
But those are all true comments. But really interested in this one, wanted to read it. And we were very happy to pick up one of the U variant covers. I think these are 1 in 50s. A lot of argument about what 1 in 50 means, but I'm going to leave that to other people to argue about. So that is what I got at the comic shops this week. As promised, this is not quite the same haul as we had last week, which took us 3 videos and was kind of embarrassing. But that's what we got.
Yeah.
Now to the eBays.
So eBay shopping this week. I picked up this issue, found it on Mercari. It is Darth Maul #1. My reason actually for getting it was because our son is a huge Darth Maul fan, and it was reasonably priced, good looking copy, and you know, he loves Darth Maul. We like Darth Maul. Everyone's happy. Now, I talked a little bit about Radiant Black last week, an issue I really enjoyed. They have a variant edition, and I just think the cover is amazing. I think this is either 1 out of 25, maybe. Not sure on the number. And kind of like last week, again, the Electric Black. I got another copy, so I can keep one for myself. I also got #2. Awesome. So this next one is very special. It is the Electric Black Presents #1, but it is a variant cover, and it is very limited. How limited, you might ask? It is 1 out of 100.
Yes.
So super limited. It's got Noah with a suit on the cover. Awesome.
All right. Now, I did not get a bunch of stuff on eBay. I did get 2 things, and the first is a very cool Vote Loki #1. I love this art. I think it's cool, and I love this character. I love this character so much that my handy comic opening is in that sort of like greenish sort of color that you might expect from a Loki. If Loki were to be opening, say, his first appearance in a video, he might use something that looks like this. That comes to our super awesome unboxing.
You might use some power.
I'm going to have to, yeah, you might use power.
Yeah,
I do not have a Tesseract. And we shall open this puppy up. I hope this goes kind of easily. I watched failing unboxing videos before.
Okay, so let's see.
There's a newspaper. Let's see if we can figure out where this came from. Oh, love this. A box within a box.
Let's see.
Yep. So this, oh my gosh. So we've been waiting for this, for getting one of these for a long time. And I guess before I show it to you and what it is, oh boy, there's a lot here.
Well, this is not telling me anything.
So I want to just say something quick about Grails, right? So to me, there's 2 kinds of Grails. There's like a Holy Grail. A Holy Grail is something you don't ever expect to actually find. It's not something you can plan for,
Detective 27.
Yeah, it's like a detective number 27, right? Like, your best chance of getting that is to buy some old farmhouse back east and go into the attic that no one's been in like 70 years and just pull one out and say, oh my gosh, like we're kind of rich now, or we have the most expensive comic in the world. That's like the Holy Grail. Then there's like Grails, which are not easy to obtain, or maybe kind of sort of expensive, or hard to get, or hard to get one that you really like. So that's what this is. This is kind of one of those types of Grails. For me, there's like 4 things that are super important. The first is like, the #1 to me is like the eye appeal on the front, right? That when we're displaying our comics, usually, especially if it's graded like this one is, we're going to see the front cover. So we kind of want that to look as nice as possible. Then there's the eye appeal on the back, because occasionally I'll pick it up and flip it over. I know I'll do that. Grade is important, but it's not like the most important thing, especially for some of these Grails where 9.8s, 9.6s just either don't exist, or they're way out of my price range forever.
Or you take like a loan to get.
Yeah, like sell the house and I got a comic, but now it's wet because I don't have a house. And then the last thing is, and very importantly, is the price, right? Is it a fair price for the grade and that eye appeal? And again, I just want to go back to this thing because I'm going to show up here and here. You know, these are 2 6.5s of Hulk 181. There's one I would much rather have. They're technically both 6.5s, but this one has like a big number written right on the H, and I wouldn't want that in my collection personally. I'm not making fun of either of these books. They're better than any Hulk 181s that we have because we don't have one.
Yeah.
But point is, not all grades are the same, so it's a balance of grade, price, eye appeal. I'll shut up now and share with you Oh man,
That's...
it looks really nice. Our new Journey into Mystery number 85. It is a 6.5 grade, but this cover looks really, really nice. All right, so here's a little more up close and personal view of the comic. Again, it's a 6.5, but it's a really beautiful 6.5. So this is one that we purchased through a private seller. And look, I think we all know with the Loki show coming out, this is a hot comic. It's not the cheapest, but you know, I don't see that it's going to be tanking in price at any point. A wise person once told me the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So we felt pretty good with what we paid for it, especially considering the overall eye appeal. It's a beautiful freaking comic, and it'll be in our family for some time. All right, thanks. You know, look, when you're buying a pre-graded book, you can go look at the grader notes, right? If you don't have, if you aren't the one that had it graded, you might have to pay $5 for them, but I don't know if everyone knows this, but you can go onto CGC and you type in the cert number and you can read the grader notes. So when we were sort of investigating this one, we decided this felt like the right book, right? Like it was something that we could generally find a way to afford.
After selling
a lot of stuff.
Things.
Yeah,
yes.
We've been searching for this one for a really long time. But the cover is fantastic on it. It's not all torn up.
It's gorgeous.
When we looked at the grader notes, frankly, I know everyone thinks you can do this, like just get it pressed and get a higher grade. But actually some of the grader notes sort of indicate that there are just some like non-color breaking bends and creases in the front here, which I can see, which we might be able to press and regrade. I'm not committed to doing that yet, but we're going to look at it for a little bit. It's a super beautiful book. So excited to have this added to the collection. I love Loki. For a while, we were looking at one on eBay that Tom Hiddleston signed.
Yeah.
Except for it was a 2.5, and
other than the signature, it just didn't feel right.
I know, and I'd really love to get a Tom Hiddleston signed one. Although I'd probably ask him to sign it on the inside or on the back, not like right on Loki. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I love this. For one last note, I don't know if anyone remembers, but in Avengers 1, they almost have this image. They just cut it a little too fast when they're at Stark Tower. Loki's up here. He's about to jump off at Thor. I wish they would have just zoomed that out a little bit.
You got a nice clip of it, though.
Yeah, I got a clip of it. I
just
put
nice.
It there it's up. So anyway, this is our big, super awesome reveal. Very excited. Adding it to the collection.
Now my turn to hold it.
And now you can hold it. All right. Thank you for joining us today. This is a much shorter video. We expect more of them to be like this. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about some other stuff that we get or got next week. And hope you tune in, subscribe, share, like, ring the bell, like all of those kind of things. Because we really do enjoy this hobby and we enjoy sharing what we're doing. I still think that Pietro Maximoff is Mephisto. I'm a believer.
Especially after today's episode.
I know some people think it's the mailman, but
I think it's
Pietro Maximoff. All right. Sayonara.